Here we have John, who wakes up every morning at 7 AM and feels barely awake and alive, so he's staying in bed for 5 more minutes before waking up. He makes himself a big cup of coffee to wake up and goes to work for 8 hours. He goes back to his house after work, he's tired, he prepares dinner and starts watching the TV. His belly is full, so he easily sleeps in the sofa for a couple of hours. He wakes up again around 8 PM without feeling like doing anything, and also it's too late to do anything outside, so he just opens a can of beer and stays on his computer until 11 PM. Afterwards, he has a shower and goes to bed, but he keeps moving from side to side as he can't sleep. Eventually, he manages to sleep, but he wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. At 7 AM, the alarm rings, and again, he feels like a zombie and he wonders why is this happening if he's sleeping 10 hours a day in total. On the other hand, we have David, who's waking up at 6 AM in the morning. He opens the blinds and lets the light come to the room. He gets dressed and goes out to run to do some exercise for 20 minutes. On the way back, he buys some bread and fresh fruit for breakfast. He's fully concentrated at work all the time, and after work, he goes back to his house. He has dinner and then a 15-minute nap. After that, he has the evening and night free, so he can go and play football with his friends or do anything else. He comes back home around 8 PM, eats something, and still has some time to watch a movie or read a book. He goes to sleep by midnight and sleeps like a baby. He wakes up again at 6 AM and starts the new day full of energy. How is it possible that after sleeping a little bit more than 6 hours, he's so full of energy, while John feels tired all day when he's sleeping 10 hours every day? David has 4 hours more of life, which in 1 year, that's the same as 60 days. That's more than enough to do activities which John doesn't have time to do. Don't believe the lie that says that the more sleep the better and more energy you'll have. The quality of sleep is much more important than the quantity of hours that you sleep. Sleep has different phases. The ones that are the best in terms of quality and the ones that are the most important for us are the ones related to the deep sleep phases. During the deep sleep stage, our body rests and cleanses the brain of metabolic toxins that we cannot eliminate when we are awake. The key time in this process are the first 5 hours of sleep. After these 5 hours, our sleep becomes more and more superficial, and thus its quality also decreases going beyond that. David takes care of physical activity every day in the morning, goes for a run, and at night practices some sport with friends. It does not have to be something extreme. Each movement raises the temperature in our body. The high temperature is a signal for our body to concentrate and stimulate. On the other hand, the lack of movement decreases the temperature of our body, and it's a signal to rest and sleep. The lowest body temperature we have is during deep sleep, and in turn, during the day, our temperature rises and falls, then rises and falls like a swing. The greater the rise in temperature during the day, the deeper the drop at night, and the harder and deeper you will be sleeping. As you've noticed, John does not raise his temperature during the day through any activity. He's at the sofa, he watches TV, and sits for hours in front of the computer. That's why during the day, he feels tired and sleepy, and he can't sleep at night and keeps waking up. On the other hand, we have David that tries to spend as much time as he can outside of the house. In the morning, he lets light come to the room, goes to shopping in the morning, and in the evening he also tries to go out, so that way he can reduce the level of melatonin in his body. Melatonin is a hormone that when its level is low, the more activated we feel, and when the levels are high, the more we want to sleep. Melatonin is liberated in our body when we are in the dark, and that's where we feel more sleepy. David doesn't have any problems sleeping because he takes any opportunity to be out in daylight, and this way he can reduce the liberation of melatonin in his body. John does the opposite. He practically doesn't go out, so his melatonin levels are high, and that's why he feels sleepy throughout the day. So as you can see, a good and healthy sleep doesn't happen when you go to bed and sleep for 9 or 10 hours. Sleeping a lot doesn't mean that you'll have a lot of energy during the day. What happens in the bedroom, it depends mainly on what you are doing outside of it, as also your stress levels, age, and any illnesses. This is the summary of the book called The Art of Sleeping and Waking Up, How to Sleep Less and Have More Energy During the Day by Mateusz Karbowski. If you like the video, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.